Hello!
Hi. She has an accent today.
Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. Thank you for subscribing.
Very thank you for watching. Anyway, no problem. Hello guys, it's Ari the guy, I'm Nazo the girl, and you're welcome to your weekly dose of Ari and Nazo. I mean, you can't get it any better on YouTube. Anyway, today we're talking about why court wedding. Yes, why court wedding is a must in this country that we are.
So that I don't end up like May Yul Edochie.
See, before I start saying my points, I'll tell you, if you're a lady out there, I'm saying it, I'll be guy. Today is Saturday. Drag your husband. Drag him to go and do court wedding.
Wow.
Apart from the other points, it's important. You get me? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. What
to
I'm
prevent
trying to avoid.
Issues of bigamy.
To prevent, bigamy or by whatever they call it. But then drag him to court. If he says he's not going to court, no, give him trouble, give him hell.
Wow.
Go to court. Anyway, guys.
Go to a marriage registry. Go and register a marriage.
First point why I think court wedding is a must in Nigeria. Although people talk about how the judicial system is shitty, but it doesn't change the fact that sometimes it works. Number one, in case you want to japa, that is, in case you want to travel out of the country, very important because the court recognizes or the law recognizes one marriage. That's courts. Whatever you do in your church or your tradition, that is your own thing. Once you want to travel, is the call. Let us say that, okay, you guys are legally married. So that's very important. So if you're planning to, not even if you're planning to say, because you don't know what might happen in future. So if you're already thinking about it, then it's important you go to a marriage registry and then get married legally. Very important to avoid issue because I think they give a month notice. So it's best you do it and have the certificate down. So when hopefully you guys decide to travel in future, you can easily just present that and be on your way instead of now running around trying to find how you're going to get about the wedding. That's number one, if you want to travel out. Number two, to avoid issues of a second wife. First, let me even say, to be honest here, I don't know if most people know me, but she knows me well. She knows I'm all about African tradition, African spirituality and stuff. But the truth is,
very annoying, really.
The truth of the matter is this. Some of these African traditions don't favor women.
They need to be abolished.
Some of the traditions need to be abolished, let's be honest. Number one is this idea of women can't be in meetings. Number two is this second wife thing because a guy can wake up and get a second wife and everybody is fine with it. And
how can you make one? What happened to the number one statement?
I finished in Najapa contract.
No, you said women can't be in meetings. What meetings? Which meetings are you spending?
Meeting like Umunna meeting.
It's called Umunna. There's Umuada.
And let's say guys are men are discussing in the village when I travel to the village. They don't want a woman there. They make it look like a taboo that a woman has to be there. And sometimes when guys, even men, listen to their wives, they tend to see that man as a simp or a weak man because he listens to you. But even when that woman has better points, for example, I might be thinking of something now and she has she knows better than me on that particular subject matter. But then because I'm a man, I'll feel no, I shouldn't listen to her. I should go with what I think, even when I know it's wrong. So these things happen. But the main case why I feel court wedding is a must Nigeria is because of this whole idea of second wife thing. Because I don't see why a guy will sleep and wake and decide to marry a second wife. But I'm asking this, if the woman decides to marry a second husband now, it's going to be an issue. People are going to come for me. So it's important you have a court wedding. So at least you can sue the dingbat when he decides to step out of line. That's all I'm saying. And I will say it anywhere, anytime, any day. You need to have a court wedding because what's the point? I don't think most women would allow for their husbands to get a second wife. Will you let me get a second wife?
You crazy?
Okay.
That's not what?
Okay, it's a video.
What?
It's a question, it's a video. You saw her reaction now.
Hey.
You saw her reaction now. So it's important you get married.
It's not even that. Okay, listen. Let's say there's a woman out there that somehow will allow her husband get a second wife. it needs to be open.
Yeah.
It also means that she too, she's going to get a sneaky link.
Her second
Or
husband.
a second, might not even be second husband necessarily, but there's going to be somebody out there. Because the man cannot be servicing himself outside and she will not be
with two women just like that.
Again, just like Mary Remy Njoku said, if you're going to do this thing, you have to open up your marriages, right?
Yes.
Because if the man is going to go out, the woman too should be allowed to.
And I don't see the point I don't see the point of an open marriage, because you basically, let's say you have a child, you swore in the presence of God.
Not even just
to be with this woman
for everything, through
everything, and then,
somehow
along the line, I'd rather you divorce than get a second wife. That's for me.
That makes sense.
I'd rather you divorce than get a second wife, because apart from the fact that it's wrong, you marry another woman is like you pouring hot coal on yourself, because you won't have peace. Let's just be honest, you won't have peace as a guy. There will be conflict almost every day in your house.
Some people would beg to differ.
Some people beg to differ, but there will be, even if it doesn't affect you directly, among the children there will be that.
Definitely.
Definitely. Even if it doesn't affect you, you have the money, yes, but among the children there will be that squabble, like, okay.
Even one marriage, when one husband, one wife with like 7, 8, 9 children, they have issues.
No,
you not imagine
another woman with her own children again. And one thing I don't like the Africans say is this: monogamy is not an African thing. Would you shut the hell up? Okay, don't shut the hell up. That's your opinion. But then, would you shut the hell up?
Wow.
What do you come with? Monogamy is an African thing. Most of these are grandma. They didn't want it, but because
they couldn't
couldn't speak up, so they had to just deal with it. So, if you're saying as a guy you want to marry 2, 3, 4, allow your man to marry the same thing. Stop coming and telling us monogamy is an monogamy is not an African thing. You got married in church. Okay, the Christianity was it existing in Africa? No. So
but they will also say that court was not existing in Africa.
Court wasn't existing in Africa, but then what was the agreement you had with that woman?
I don't think there was always. I'm not saying that I know. I have not researched this fact, but I'm just going based on like movies that we see and everything. When you marry a man, there is always a possibility that he will take somebody else.
It doesn't make sense.
Back in the African, there was always a possibility.
And then, because the fact that then most of these women could not speak up.
I think another reason for maybe a man taking more than one wife is maybe when the first wife is there, she's either unable to have children or she's, this our cliche, she never born boy.
Particularly for, that's why some African traditions are like, particularly for me, if I'm married, right, and God forbid it happens that the woman can't give birth, the way my principle is, I'm staying with one woman. If I'm saying, okay, if I eventually get married to you before I met her, like, it is you and you. Whether you can't give birth, that's the universe problem. Whether you're giving birth to only women, that's also the universe problem. It is you. It should stay there. You get, whoever now decides that, okay, you want to get a second wife because your first wife doesn't have a child or she gives birth to only women, I believe you should discuss it with the first wife, because that's a human being too. You have to discuss it. Let her give you that consent of, well, let's do this.
There's something that I think people back in the olden days did not really, that male child is down to the man. Is if his swimmer has produced the Y chromosome.
Yeah.
That is where, because women only have X. Men have the Y chromosome. Men are the ones with the ability to for there to be a boy. So if there's no boy, now the man cuts him. So
but why blame women? So that's another reason why you should avoid this second wife thing. At least if the guy knows he can be sued for that, it's sort of like a leash or some sort of control mechanism on him. So I don't know if you have any report, but these are the 2 points I'm sure why people should actually go for court wedding. Anyway,
I just think that's it basically. And in the issue of like, maybe YouTube does not like this word, so we're just going to write SA and DV, right? Domestic stuff and sexual. In those kind of issues, then you can go to the court of law.
Yes.
At least you have something to You can sue, you can, take the man for all his worth because of the bad things he has done for you. Or if at some point something happens, you can go to the court of law, especially in case the man dies or something, there will be
At
no
least the family won't come
in-laws and
in law will now come and
you
take
can
everything.
actually go to a court of law and say, these are my husband's assets, these are his properties, they are registered, they are this, they are that. I'm legally his next of kin.
Yeah.
So
So it's actually
yeah,
important. It protects. I feel it
it
protects
protects the
the
woman.
woman. Other people have like different opinion, but I feel it protects the woman. It's very important. Actually, this is one of the in-law. It happens. Like we are Igbos, and I don't know if it happens in Yoruba or Hausa, but I've seen it happen a lot of times among the Igbo ethnic group, where the husband is late, and then the family comes and takes almost everything and leaves the woman and her children with nothing.
Nothing.
And sometimes they will not expect
Basically
her to
nothing.
marry the man's uncle or the man's brother
They do that.
against her
It
wish.
still
Yeah, it still
happens
happens.
in Nigeria, in the Igbo culture.
Yeah,
I
against
think
her wish. Imagine
those
she
ones in
actually
the East that are not
imagine
very
she actually got married
learned.
in court. She can actually have a case like, okay, these are my husband's assets. It belongs to me. But actually, I'm married to him legally. But if you're not, these guys will just come and like it's like whatever you and your husband has built for years, they just come and reap the fruit of your labor and leave you with virtually
And be
nothing.
like, it's our son.
Yeah,
Our
I
son
love
did
African
that.
tradition, but at the same point in
To
time,
some
it
extent.
doesn't really favor women.
We still have some toxic
Yeah,
traditions
tradition.
that we need to get rid of.
It doesn't favor women.
Yeah.
That'll be another video coming up. But for this one, we're talking about why court marriage is important. Whether you're educated or you to get married in court, like ASAP. I don't even know why you're not married in court yet. So drag your husband. If he says no, drag him.
There's
Get
some
married
people
in
that I
court.
know they've only done the traditional
And they
marriage
just
and they
stay
are
and they just stay
staying.
like that.
I don't think that's wise. Everybody should go to a court registry.
Because the only way
Do
women
it.
have a voice is through the law of
That's
any
true.
country. Because if you go look at tradition, especially in Africa, in Nigeria, let me not say the word in Nigeria here, it doesn't favor. I would say it again, it doesn't favor women. They're always at the back end. They're always the one receiving the whole thing. He's a man. A man goes out to have a second wife. He's a man. A man cheats on you. He's a man. A man does this. He's a man. And like I said, our parents, our great grandparents, our grandparents were forced to actually accept most of these things because they could not speak up. And now you hear women speaking up. That's what brought about this feminist thing that they said some are men haters. Yes, as much as I don't like it, I don't blame them because you suppress a person
For too long.
for too long once they have that
Maybe not a
freedom
person. Maybe you suppress a race,
yeah,
not race, a gender
for
for
too
too
long.
long, and then because of it's like a trickle, it's like a what they call butterfly effect, trickle effect. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
So something that people have seen happening over and over and over again, and now it's kind of like they are reacting.
They are bound
So
to react like that. I that's why I don't like it. It's not
you
reason
can't
that
blame
I
some of
can't
them.
really blame some of them for that. So ladies, go to court. Some of you just want traditional and white and then you're relaxed. Go to court. Not because you're trying to take your husband property, but for the good reasons. It's important you actually have your court wedding to avoid all these unnecessary issues. And the guy too, not just the girl, the guy too is in a way it protects you also because if the woman is like violating you domestically or sexually, you
You
can
can
also
also go to
sue.
the court. Yeah.
She cheats on you, you can also sue. So it's not just for the ladies to
Put
protect.
in
Yeah.
mind the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. These are the issues.
These are the
These are the
issues.
issues.
So it's
So yeah.
important you all go to court and get married. On that note, I'll be going to court soon because you heard that she said I should not get a second wife. That
It's not allowed.
probably I'll be castrated when I do.
I did not say that. Don't put that out into the oh my god.
So I'll be going to court soon.
I'm just saying there
Anyway.
is no such thing as second. It's me and you. We have tied ourselves with chain. There's nobody else that is allowed to enter this. Yes.
Okay. That's it from us, guys. But then, before I tell you to subscribe and like and share, which I'm going to tell you, this is Saturday. Go to court on Monday. Get married. Thank me later.
You think Nigerian court is like that?
They'll go and they'll give them a month notice, and you come back and get married. True. Get married. Go
Especially in
to
Lagos,
court.
bruh.
Go. There's
Good
Ikoyi.
luck.
There's Ikeja. Which other one? If the one in Lagos is filled up, go to the one in Benin. Go outside Lagos.
Go to Kaduna.
Go to I didn't give you that advice.
What?
Anyway.
Lydia Stanley and also Mokwati Diaz in Kaduna.
Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, share this video to every woman out there, especially in Nigeria here where we don't value court wedding. They should actually get married in court because it protects them and it protects their union. And we'll see you in another video.